All right, guys, long time no see. I am back for a physique update, going to go over my posing routine and the tweaks that I have made to it. And I have changed the date of my show. So a lot to cover today, and I hope you stick with me because there's so much to cover. But it's a lot of really important life updates. Especially since I haven't been able to update you guys very recently. I'm telling you what, being a homeschool mom has been the one difference between bikini and being able to record every single week or every 2 weeks there versus very sporadic here. It's just hard because when you have your 8-year-old with you all the time, I don't want her to see me with a camera in my hand talking to a camera all the time. And I really don't want to take the time away from her to be able to edit my videos. So this is what you got. It's very sporadic posting, but I hope that my followers that really are invested in this journey and thinking about doing it their own, or maybe they are, competing themselves, I hope you find value in what I bring to you. Okay, so let's get started. My current macros are 100 carbs, 35 grams of fat, 130 protein, which equals 1,235. Now, I have been on those same macros, I feel like more than a month, because it's just working for my body. I finally found the sweet spot to where I'm actually losing about a half a pound a week. So I am currently at 107.6. Now, when I competed in bikini 4 years ago, my local competition, I think I got down to 103. However, I don't need to get that far down because I don't need to get that shredded. It's a little bit of a mind boggle for me because I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, no, I need to get more shredded. I need to get more lean. I need all this stuff because I'm basing it on what I saw last time. But this is a different division. So there's going to be a different approach to this one. Plus, I am 45 years old now, and so my hormones are going crazy. I am officially in perimenopause, and so things are happening a lot slower. I feel like for the first 3 months, I was seeing nothing. And I kept, trying to motivate myself and be like, okay, I know something's happening inside, even though I can't really see it on the scale or can't really see it too much in my physique. And then it was like the 4th month was when I started seeing it. My shoulders started coming in, my biceps started coming in, my stomach was starting to cinch in more, my glutes started to pop a lot more, and so I finally saw the fruits of my efforts. So word to the wise, just stick with the program because I was getting really discouraged and I kept trying to motivate myself and tell my brain what I'm telling all of you, just trust the process, stick with it, be consistent, don't give up. But then I also had to walk the walk. And so I was doing that. And finally, my body just woke up and was like, oh, you're training for a fit body or a fit model competition. I need to help you along there and start showing you some results. And so finally that started happening. So I'm really excited about where I am right now. My arms are leaning up, like I said. My legs are looking good. The only thing that my coach says that we are waiting on now is for my glutes to start popping. So that has a lot to do with posing. And so I have hired 2 posing coaches, one online like I did last time, but with a different girl, and one in person, the same girl that I used for my bikini. So let me tell you a little bit about how that is going. So I first started working on my fit model pose with a woman named Mindy Irish. She used to be a client of See You Later Leaner, and so I had met her in person at North Americans when I competed at the national level in bikini, and she was just so sweet, and she has a lot of health issues that she has actually healed herself or has been able to manage all on her own just with diet and exercise, and she does all kinds of stuff like cold plunges and red light therapy and things like that, and all of that is right up my alley. And so she actually competed back when they did this fit model posing. And so she was the perfect person for me to start out with. So I met with her online and she gave me the basics. And so at least I was able to start practicing seeing how my body moved. I went through a lot of back cramps because let me tell you, dipping that one hip down is super hard. It doesn't look hard. And those girls, they make it look effortless. But I broke my back in 2014 in my transverse process of my L2, 3, and 4. They're completely separated. So I just have bone hanging out in my left flank area. And so they don't want to do surgery to remove it because they tell me that the surgery will be worse than the actual, like, just leaving it in there. And so I get a lot of back spasms on that lower left side. But here's the kicker. My right glute is my better glute. My right twist is better than my left. I look really awkward if I try to go on the other leg. So really my only option is to twist, I guess, to the left with my right hip going down. But that creates a lot of that crunching of that left flank area. And so I've had a lot of spasms from that, but with time and with stretching, I've been able to kind of get past that to where it's not so bad for me now. And so what I love to do is start with the basics with online coaching. And then I hire someone local to fine tune and tweak everything. So I believe that I cover a lot of what I need to work on in the video that I'm about to show you. But my coach, just from our weekly check-ins, he was telling me different things that we need to work on as far as posing to minimize my shoulder, make my glutes pop a little bit more. My quads, I'm very, very quad dominant. And so they don't want to see shredded quads. And so I have to downplay that, but then still get my booty up. And so it's been a challenge for me to do this on my own. So I hired Haley Lizenbaugh Bagnall, because she's married now, and she is so wonderful. We met for only 30 minutes. She allotted a whole hour for me, but because I had remembered so much of what she taught me before, and Mindy had done such a great job with my fit model posing, really all she had to do was tweak. So I'm really, really excited to bring you that. So here it is. So I am really super excited because I am meeting in person with a posing coach. Just like when I was prepping for bikini, I did online coaching in order just to get the basics down. And then I followed up with an in-person consultation because there's just something about having someone move your shoulders a certain way, being able to put their hands on your hips and make you turn a little bit more, just giving you that extra feedback that you miss when you do everything online. And so I loved her last time I worked with her. Her name is Haley Lizenbaugh, and I believe she just got married, and her last name is Bagnall now. And so she has this really cute fitness center in Mountain Brook, Alabama. And so I have driven here today in order to work with her. She's going to contort me, and I will probably get a lot of muscle cramps, and it probably will not be a very relaxing experience. However, it will be a very helpful experience, and it's something that I really, really need in order to make my shoulders look less defined. And apparently my quad is popping too much. And so those are the two things that my coach asked for me to do, in addition to making sure that my glutes are pushed out more in my back pose. So 3 things that we definitely need to work on today. And yeah, I could not figure out how to not pop my quad, because in order to make my glute look like it should, I have to pop my glute. So I got to learn somehow to not pop my quad, but then pop my glute. So I'm really hoping that Haley will be able to work with me and fix that for me. So here we go.
So here, and just kind of come around soft with your arm.
Okay.
So you're here, and just kind of bring it around. Yeah.
I need to show too much of my tricep.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Good.
Nice.
Good. Yes. That looks really good.
What's your routine with this exercise?
I think it looks great.
So now that I have my posing down, I don't know if any of you spotted that my suit does not cover 50% of my glutes. And that is a little suit debacle that I am currently dealing with. So my See You Later coach, Adam, has partnered with Angel Bikini's competition. And so I used them because I saw what wonderful suit that they have provided for my teammate Emily Chanel, and she just got her pro card. And so I loved the way this suit looked on her. I loved the molded cups. I loved the scrunchy butt. I loved everything about her suit. And so I obviously went with them. But I wanted to make sure, since this was my first time competing in Fit Model, I wanted to make sure that the suit fit appropriately. So I got a phone call with one of their consultants, and she said because my hips are smaller, I think, than most competitors, and obviously that's my weakness and I'm working on it, but because they were smaller at 34 inches around my hips and my glutes, that I should get a suit bottom that was custom made. And I mean, they're all handmade, but this is going to be a custom made suit. So she told me to order a Brazilian Fit Model cut. I have been super worried about this every single day since I ordered, because I was like, oh, I really, really hope that this is going to cover 50%, because nobody else has really said that they have ordered this custom cut. But I do know I am petite. I am 5 foot, 107.6 pounds. You know, I mean, like, I know I'm a smaller individual, and I really hope that I'm going to be able to lose at least 1 or 2 more pounds before my show date, which is another thing I'm going to talk about later. So stick around for that. But I was very, very nervous. And so normally there's like a 4 to 6 week turnaround, but after 8 weeks, I never heard anything. And so I contacted the company, and they apologized. They said, we've got a lot of Fit Model suits being ordered. I'm so sorry. We will put a rush on this. And like 2 days later, after sending that email, I had my suit. So I'm very appreciative that they put the rush on it and they got it to me. The bad news is that it does not cover 50% of my glutes. So the day I got it in, I took some pictures, I sent it in, and they agreed. Doesn't fit 50% of my glutes. So she gave me a certain percent off of buying another pair. Don't know if that's really fair or not, because I really was not going to order a custom and pay the exorbitant amount of money that it costs for that custom suit, but I was trusting their consultant. And so anyway, that's neither here nor there. I went ahead and paid the money to get an extra bottom that would cover 50%. And so the woman that I spoke with said, you know, just put in the comments, you spoke with me. I will make sure that it gets made within a week so that we can make it for your show time and get it to you for your show date. And so I am just in the middle. I'm kind of in no man's land right now. I purchased it on a Sunday, which I know that they probably don't have their business then. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that's 3 days. I haven't heard anything from them. So I'm going to give them Thursday or Friday. If I still haven't heard anything from them, I guess I'm going to contact them maybe Friday during the day, maybe around lunchtime, and just see if I can get in contact with someone to see where my suit is, because it really is important that I go ahead and get this suit and make sure that everything fits, because even the front is super loose. The back is super, it just stands up off of my glutes, and to me, it looks like a diaper. I'm not really pleased with it at all. So I don't think I'm going to be able, well, not, I don't think, I know I'm not going to be able to use this bottom suit. I have it as small as it's going to go, and that's it. Like, there's no other taking it up and making it look nicer. So I am just praying that this new bottoms that they send me is going to work out. So join with me, crossing your fingers, crossing your toes, that this is going to come to fruition. So my suit color. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot to discuss my suit color. Okay, so I went ahead and went with the hologram turquoise. I originally loved the purple, but the purple, when it's shown on stage, has a lot of pink undertones, and that just doesn't look good with my skin tone. And so even though I love that color, I just didn't think it was going to look good on me. Then I loved their hologram emerald. But when I saw it on stage, it looked so dark, and I didn't want to go that dark. So then I saw this hologram turquoise, and it just spoke to me, y'all. I don't know. My favorite color is teal. I felt like their teal was a little bit too dark for me, although it looks fabulous on my teammate Emily. Oh my goodness, that's my favorite look on her. I love the way it looks on her. And she's got very dark features like mine. But I loved that the turquoise had green just with it, you know, kind of intertwined. So when the light hits it, you see the turquoise and the green, and it just, I don't know, I think with a really dark tan, it's just going to look so nice. And so anyway, I love that color. That's the color, I mean, I can't say enough about the color. Anyway, I'm really hoping that my dream becomes a reality and that it all comes together on show day. So as far as workouts go, my coach pretty much has me doing, not pretty much, he does have me doing glutes 3 days a week. I work out Monday through Friday because I work every weekend. So everything I do has to be done Monday through Friday because a work shift for a nurse is usually 12 hours. And so my shift is 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I get up at 4 a.m. and then I don't get home till 7. And so that doesn't leave a whole lot of time to do any cardio or any strength training and still be able to get enough sleep in order to get up at 4 a.m. the next day. So those are my rest days. He has me doing two refeeds on those days back to back. So I get an extra, he hasn't changed it from the beginning. It's just an extra 60 grams of carbs, no extra fat or protein, just 60 grams of carbs, and my body gets to rest. And so Monday through Friday is when I work out. And so he has me on a 2-week schedule. So I do 4 workouts one week, and then I do 5 workouts the next. So my 4-day week is comprised of 3 glute days and usually a back day. And then the second week, I'm still doing the 3 glute days and I'm doing the back day, but then he adds a little bit of shoulder and arms. I don't need to hit them hard. I'm not trying to max out when I'm doing that because honestly, my shoulders need to be smaller than they are to fit that fit model image and what they're looking for. And so this is just to keep that pump in them, keep them looking nice and round because you do still want a shapely arm. You just don't want, I don't know if you can even see it. You can't really see the cut, can you? I don't know. But anyway, they're a little muscular. So I'm really hoping that as I slim down, my arms will get a little bit smaller. I still feel like they're a little bit thick right now. So I need to lose a little bit more fat, I feel like, and make them smaller. But then you run the risk of making it look too cut. So I don't know. That's why I hired a coach. He's going to tell me what to do. And he's already had how many fit model overalls? Oh gosh, I think he's maybe up to 6 or 7 overalls at this point, and he's got a pro fit model competitor. So he really knows what he's doing. He's been on the ground up, and so I'm just going to trust him to do with me what he wants. I'm still on 40 minutes of cardio 4 days a week with one day being 60 minutes, and I do that on my rest day. So that's kind of what my workouts have been looking like. My cardio I do every morning, still doing the rebounder at least once or twice a week, teaching my Tabata classes, so that is some cardio for me. I have my bike, my indoor cycle bike, and then I have my elliptical at home. And so I love having my cardio here at the house so I can just roll out of bed, glasses on, don't have to do my makeup, look pretty for anybody. I just get up there, get it done. And I have found if I don't get my tushy up in the morning and get it done, it's like looming over my head all day. And then the day's gone by and we've been so busy that I now have to do it at 6 and 7 o'clock at night. And some of you guys might be night owls, but I am not one. So I don't like doing my cardio at night. And so anyway, that's just been working for me. It worked for me for my bikini. And so I'm just making it a point. I am now 5 weeks out from my show. That is actually what I need to talk to you about. So when I first told you guys about Fit Model, I am in Alabama. Obviously, you can tell by my accent, I am from the South. And so we were going to have a competition called the Vulcan Classic, and it was literally going to be 30 minutes away from where I live. I mean, I was so excited that I wouldn't have to, rent a hotel room and all that kind of stuff. But it was May 24th, 4th, I believe. And so now it is May, oh goodness, what is it? May 14th. So I would actually, if I had kept that Vulcan Classic, I would only be 10 days out. I don't feel like I'm 10 days out. I need to get a little bit leaner. My stomach needs to come in just a little bit more to be where I feel comfortable stepping on stage. And so I'm a little bit of an enigma as far as being a competitor, in that I don't have my weekends free. So all these people that you see competing over and over and over and over again, they have their weekends off. They may work during the week, but they have all the time in the world on the weekends to compete. I don't have that luxury. I get 2 weekends off per year. If I take anything off of that, then I don't get paid at work. I have to take that as a loss. And part of what I bring in for my family pays half of the bills. So if I don't have that in, I'm losing money. And so I don't have the luxury of competing over and over and over and getting better and taking the feedback and changing and doing it again. I have to be a one-hit wonder or my entire season is done for that whole year. And so right now, the 2 weekends that I have off is for my daughter's spina bifida camp that I absolutely have to attend every year. It is wonderful. It's an accessible camp, and all of her spina bifida buddies are there, and they're in wheelchairs, and they're having a blast and being independent and having dance parties. And anyway, I need to be there. I want to be there as a mom. And so I always make sure that I reserve that for her. And then the second one is my local competition. Now, if I do well and I feel like I will do well at nationals, then I will take that extra weekend off later to be able to do that. And just take it as a loss, because it's, once in a lifetime kind of thing. Because I'm not getting any younger and I don't know if I'm going to compete again. It's really going to depend on what my feedback is at locals. If they just try to tell me, look, you just have too much muscle to compete in fit model, then I've got to make that decision. Do I want to build my big glutes up and shred down to 98 pounds like I did before, which was super duper hard? Or do I want to try to fit myself into that fit model mold and come down and lose a little bit of the muscle that I have worked so hard for? So it's really going to just depend on what the feedback is. Maybe I will go into it and they'll be like, yes, you are what fit model is. I don't know. I'm just doing my best, and I'm just, trying to do what my coach tells me to do. So I just decided, instead of rushing into a local competition, let me push it out a month. So now I have decided to do the Body B1 Classic in Montgomery, Alabama on June 24th. What I love about this particular competition is it's also a pro bodybuilding competition. So I'm going to have pro level judges there who are going to be able to give my feedback. So I think that's going to be amazing, and I'm so excited about it. Plus, honestly, Montgomery is about an hour and a half away, so it's not like a huge travel day either. My daughter's going to get to come, my mother-in-law is going to come and keep her so that she'll be able to experience it, and she is finally old enough to be able to watch the finals. The last time I competed, I think she might have been 4 years old, and so she couldn't stay up that late to watch the finals. But this time she'll get to see the preliminaries and the finals. So anyway, I'm super excited about that. Let's see, what else have I been doing? So I changed my show. I think I've pretty much caught you up on everything. So what about a life update? So lots have been happening with my daughter. We took her to our local fair. It was her very first time. She had a blast. She loved, loved, loved it. And we brought her little, what's it called? Yes, the Firefly. It hooks to her wheelchair and she takes off like a motorcycle. It is incredible. And so we took it there so she was able to get around the fairgrounds and had a blast with that. She has a snake now. So I have owned quite a bit of snakes in my lifetime. It feels like a whole lifetime ago that I did this, but I've had red-tailed boas and Burmese pythons, anaconda, ball pythons, leopard geckos, bearded dragons. Yeah, I've had a lot of reptiles. I no longer have those in my life now. However, Logan has caught the bug, the reptile bug. And she loves, loves, loves snake discovery on YouTube. And it's really the only YouTube show I'll allow her to watch. And she loves it. And they apparently love hognoses. I've never had a hognose before. I didn't know anything about them. I was going to have to research it, but she fell in love with hognoses. And so we allowed her to get a male. His name is Triton, and we've had him, I guess, going on about 2 months, I guess. I can't believe I haven't brought this to you guys yet. And so anyway, yeah, Triton, he's not very big. He's like this. He'll get about 2 feet long, so not too terribly long. And so anyway, so she's happy about that. And let's see what else. Oh, she started playing baseball. So everyone knows she already plays wheelchair tennis. We got a sports wheelchair from the Hank Poor Foundation, which has been a game changer. No longer does she have to wear her brace while she plays tennis. Now she is free to be able to reach down, grab her ball, grab her racket. Oh, it's so much independence for her. And now she's playing Miracle League baseball. Our city came together and decided that we have enough special needs kids, atypical kids, that we could definitely have enough to field 2 teams and be able to play each other. And boy, were they not wrong. I'm telling you what, we have so many kids in this league, and we've been having a blast playing them every single week on Tuesday nights. And I love the fact that they are not having it on the weekend while I'm at work. They're having it during the week, and we just get to be normal parents. That's the most insane part of this all, because they pair every kid up with a buddy in the outfield, and when they go up to bat, that helps them. So the parents can actually sit in the bleachers, in the stands, and just cheer on our kids. And let me tell you, everyone cheers for everybody else's kids. It is like a concert when these kids get up to bat. One kid even makes us sing, like, "Take me out to the ball game." I mean, it's just an incredible experience. So if you have one in your area, I highly recommend you going and witnessing a game. The spirit of these kids will move you. What else is happening? So my husband has started a media company. It's called Horizon Creative Media, and he is doing phenomenal work for local businesses. So if you get a chance, check them out on Instagram. Their reels are just incredible. I love how he is able to talk with the venues, see what it is that makes them special, makes them unique, and then I don't know how he does it. He is all self-taught, and he's incredible. He's amazingly talented. And he puts it to music and the clips that he takes of people's emotions. It really does move you when you're just watching a few minutes, maybe a minute and a half of a reel. Anyway, check them out, because I'm so proud of him. I'm such a proud wife. So I think that's a wrap. I think that I have covered everything that has been going on. Like I said, being a homeschool mom, it's just been very difficult to record every week and be able to edit it and put it out for you for content. But I promise I am putting in the work. I am doing this thing, and I will update you as I can. But as of right now, I am 5 weeks out, and so I will do my very best to bring you content as much as possible. Thanks for joining me. Bye.